G'day guys, Chronicles of Solid here and welcome back to another episode of Adventure News where we talk the latest, the greatest, and sometimes the hated adventure and dual sport stories. And this is a quick update today. It's going to be short and sweet. And it's about a custom motorcycle manufacturer collaboration making a Yamaha Rally Racer Edition. So let's jump straight into it. So I debated whether to make this video as I've been sitting on this story for a couple of days now, and I really didn't want this video to be too clickbaity without too much substance, given that this is a custom motorcycle not actually made by Yamaha, so there isn't any official model coming out. But I decided that this fitted quite well with the narrative I had on the current rally edition of the Yamaha. So the other day this story popped up and it got me super excited just with the images. I saw a really rally ready Tenere 700 picture and I got very excited. So I obviously clicked on it and had a look through the specs and I got a little disappointed, and so I wanted to talk through all of that today. Now the image, you can see it does look fantastic, the concept, but the downside is this isn't an official Yamaha motorcycle. So it's two custom motorcycle shops collaborating to create this kind of Dakar ready Tenere 700, and they are saying that this will be available in small numbers. And if we look at it closely, it does look pretty damn good, at least from the images. Now this isn't built yet, so take it with a grain of salt, but the concept I feel is very strong. So the Tenere has been given quite a work over here by these custom guys, and the main thing that hasn't changed, so I'll start with that, is the engine will remain fairly stock. You can see the aftermarket pipe, but they're not messing with the internals. It's everything around the engine. So they're changing the frame to accept better suspension. They're also working on the rear swing arm, working on the linkage there. They're adding additional fuel capacity. It looks like they've actually putting two side mounted fuel tanks, which will be stressed members of the frame to help carry that weight. It is interesting that they've gone that route instead of making one big tank. I think that would probably be the better way to go, just to minimize the amount of failure points on the motorcycle. But any additional fuel capacity is a welcome sight in my eyes, especially being here in Australia where we can see very long stretches between petrol stations. So that's a great addition. Obviously the better suspension is a must, given that the current Tenere is a bit soft for really hard off-road riding, in my opinion. The other big thing is they're changing the brakes, upgrading them to be beefier and stronger with more bite. Better brakes is never a bad thing in my book, so it's good to see that they've put some beefier, stronger biting brakes on this thing. They've also changed all the plastics out for carbon fiber in a bid to lighten the weight here as well. So there has been some thought put into this motorcycle and making it a more capable desert racer, as they're calling it. So this was my main complaint with the Rally Edition by Yamaha, was that while the color was fantastic, it really was just capitalizing on the Rally name. It didn't really offer anything other than a few bolted on accessories and a pretty color scheme. And that was really disappointing to me. So this bike here, Yamaha, I hope you're paying attention. This is what I want to see, and I think what a lot of people want to see when you release a Rally edition of your Tenere. So take note, please. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see this bike made by Yamaha itself. Now this custom motorcycle will be available in small numbers, they're saying, so some lucky few in Europe might be able to get their hands on this. But this would be really great to see Yamaha take up the baton here and offer a proper rally edition of their Tenere. Now who's to say if they're actually working on this and they're just being very tight-lipped, given that the Tenere's only been out for a little while now, especially in the US where you've just got it. So it might still be plenty of time for them to release an actual rally edition, but as it's a very profitable avenue to go down, we see KTM, they have their R Series of their adventure bikes. Triumph do very well with the Pro edition of their Tiger. So there is an appetite out there for a more dirt-orientated adventure bike. So I would like to see this. As I said, let me know down in the comment section below whether this is something you would like to see, or do you just not care about big adventure bikes doing tough technical terrain. You want to leave that to enduros and dual sports. So that's all I've got for you today. Just this quick little story. It's great to see that little custom shops are recognizing that there's a hole in the market, and maybe this will make Yamaha think that they should have put more effort into their current rally edition and make them rethink their strategy a bit. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching to the end. I've been Chronicles of Solid, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.